if somebody said to you, you can't bring your significant other to the holiday party, what's going to be your response?
I'm going with my wife. Of course, if I can't bring her, then I don't need to be there. Why can't she come? Number one is my question.
Right.
Why?
You know, that's the first thing. Number one, what type of party is it anyway?
Right.
I mean, like, let's get down to the mix. Like,
The Joyce Team Lovecast.
They podcast. We Lovecast.
We're at the beautiful home of the Butlers right now. We have Rashaun and Juanita. I call them Sean and Juan. We're at the home of Sean and Juan right now. Of course, the beautiful wife of mine, Latia.
Yeah.
So it's kind of impromptu. It's not necessarily a Lovecast episode, although it's a Lovecast episode. I know you haven't seen us in a while, but that's all right. We back now. So with that being said, we've had a beautiful time here in Atlanta with our gracious host.
yeah, absolutely. It's always fun when the family come through. You know what I mean? And being able to share these times together, especially as we are getting ready to conclude one year and going into another year. And so this is a nice way to put a nice bow on the year 2024.
Yes.
But yeah, man, it's all about love.
All about love. Sister Juanita, what do you got to say about love?
Love and lenses.
Love and lenses. So just to get y'all understanding what we're saying about love and lenses, they always laugh at me and Sean. We get together because we're like really tech nerds and all things cameras and you know. And even right now we're playing with a new toy right here that's got us looking really great, really high definition right now. So with that being said, since we have some guests with us on today. You know, we always like to have a great conversation. Don't have to be long or drawn out. But, so, me and my wife were talking, right? And we were looking on social media. And we saw this post. And the post said, a lady was invited to a holiday party. But the person who put the holiday party together says, you can't bring your spouse or significant other. Right. Okay. Only you can come. And her response was, if my person can't come, don't invite me.
Right.
Right. Now, the interesting thing about this was one of the friends in the comments says, that sounds crazy. Everybody needs time apart. Everybody needs their own alone time. So, the first part of the question is, if somebody said to you, you can't bring your significant other to the holiday party, what's going to be your response?
Stay at home.
Juanita says stay at home.
I'm going with my wife. Of course, if I can't bring her, then I don't need to be there.
Don't need to be in the space.
Yeah, absolutely. Why can't she come? Number one is my question.
Right.
Why?
You know, that's the first thing. You know, like what's the reason why she can't come? Is there a reason? If there's no reason other than, you know, number one, what type of party is it anyway?
Right.
I mean, like, let's get down to the mix. Like, what kind of party is this?
It's just a Christmas party.
Yeah,
it's a Christmas
It's a Christmas party.
And so your significant other is not invited.
Not allowed.
But who's the friend? Is it a friend or a coworker?
I'm assuming whoever is putting the party together, but they're laying out the rules, so they obviously have some type of authority in the situation. So they're like, no, listen, workers, no significant others.
And I think the premise behind it was everybody needs to be alone.
Alone time.
Alone
so I guess that's the second part of the question.
Right.
So it's a way
how
to
do y'all
separate yourselves from your spouse.
Yeah, like you need room to breathe.
I'm not with it.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah,
too?
I mean, like when you go to the bathroom, right? Like for me, that's my alone time.
Right.
It's a good 30 for me, you know.
Yeah.
But
cell phone and all.
Yeah, you just you catching up on some things.
Right.
That's my alone time. But I'm not going to an event
Right.
solo. You know what I'm saying? If my wife could say, if I'm out of town or something like that, that's different. But if I'm here and I'm saying, all right, babe, I'll be back. I'm going to this event.
Right.
And she's that's
not
right.
Right. You're right.
Now that's okay. Well, that sounds good. That sounds good. So now here's the question though: would you look at this person differently after the fact? Like, okay, now you're back to work. That Monday morning.
Right, so
are you beefing now? Or is it just?
I don't know. For me, babe, I'm thinking like, who's the person who told me about the party? Is it a female? Is it a guy? Because I think my reaction may be different if it's a woman. who's saying, hey, we're doing a Christmas party. We want you to come, but you can't bring your significant other.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I may look at that differently than if one of the fellas like, yeah, we're doing a Christmas party, but, they say we can't bring the women or whatever with us. I don't know. I look at it differently based on who's the ones asking the question.
So if it was all guys, it'd be okay.
Yeah,
But it wouldn't be all guys because not all guys work in an office.
But if I work in a department, and let's say in my department, it's just nothing but it's a small team. It says 4 of us, and we all dudes.
That's different.
You see what I'm saying? And they're like, yeah, man, you going to a Christmas party? Yeah, I'm going, man. They said, but you can't bring a +1. I may not go, but I may be more inclined to if it's
just guys.
Yeah, the department that I work in, they're going to be there. But if it's a woman who's saying, hey, are you coming to the Christmas party? We want you to come, but you can't bring your significant other. I think, that's not a good look. And just from optic, I don't know how I would explain that to her to leave.
Right.
You know what I mean? But she allowed me to leave.
Right. Listen, can I move this over just a little
Yeah,
bit?
man.
I want to make sure they see Juanita's.
Yeah,
we go. That's it.
Get in that picture, man. Get in that frame.
Get on in there. Get on in there. So, okay. So now, Juanita, what do you think? What would you say? Huh?
I kind of get what he's saying. If it's all male or all female,
Right.
I don't know. It's just weird because why, like you said, why can't I come?
Right. Or why
Why don't you want me to be there?
Right. Yeah. What's the underlying motive?
Yeah. So I don't know.
It was a woman. It was a woman saying that she should just leave her husband and go to the party. To have time away from him because everybody needs time away from their spouse.
Nah, I mean,
I do. Okay, I do.
Oh,
think
there we go. Come on, here we are. We need time. No playing.
Spouses do need some time.
No, absolutely.
Like, for instance, self-care stuff. Like, I don't need to go with you to the barbershop.
No.
Like,
Right.
you don't need to come with me if I want to get my nails done.
Right.
Or if I want to walk down every aisle of TJ Maxx.
Right.
You don't need to do that.
Right.
So,
You're right. Okay.
right.
but it's not alone time if you're leaving and then hanging out with other people.
Right.
To me, alone time to me is like I need time to myself to recharge.
No kids.
Yeah, nobody.
Just,
I just need to be by myself with my thoughts.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's good.
So, but now in context of the post, it wouldn't be a long time.
No, it wouldn't be a long time.
Because you would be with other
Their
people.
time from away from your spouse is what it said.
So not necessarily a long time.
Right. Time away from your spouse.
Okay.
Because another comment was, well, I don't need to be up under my husband all the time.
And it did say that.
That part is like, I can see that part too. Like if you have some fellas and y'all want to go hang out, she's not coming with me. I'm not going to invite her, but it's just the fellas hanging out the same way I would respect if her and her sisters or her and her girlfriends want to go out to the mall or go to the movies or go to a spa day or whatever. Yeah, go do that. I'm cool with that. But if you're talking a work event, and it's supposed to be, dinner or whatever the whole event is supposed to be about, I'm going to ask, why I can't come.
Right.
But, I just think it just depends on who asked me. Like, with dude asked her and said, are you coming to the party? You know what I mean? And be like, by the way,
well,
be that guy that you with, he can't come. See, now you starting stuff.
Right.
So I think it's whoever asked the question, maybe it's the bigger thing.
Well, so now, let's flip it. So how would you respond if your spouse wanted to go though? Like, yeah, well, I think I'm gonna go. And
I don't want her to go, or don't have a problem with it.
I'm saying you gotta stay at home.
You staying at home.
So I'm staying at home with the kids, and you going out.
Right.
To a work event.
Yeah.
Yes.
To a Christmas party.
Yeah.
Honestly, stations. Yeah.
I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't make a big deal out of it. If she wants to go, I'm pretty secure, so I don't think it's nothing crazy that's gonna happen while I'm not there. But I would want to know what time she's planning on getting back. You know what I mean? Like how late she's talking about staying. Is she talking like a couple hours? Who's gonna be over there? You know how we do. You know how we do. Who all gonna be there?
Who all gonna be there?
Is that dude gonna be there who said something? Because if you go, nah, man, I wouldn't trip. I mean, it's a work event. It ain't like she's going to somebody's house, like a house party kind of a thing. Maybe I would draw a line there. But if it's a work event,
could be a Christmas party.
But I will say this though, because if the vice versa happened with us, where she brought me to one of her events some years ago, and I didn't know nobody in there, so it's weird for me because I'm kind of just in the corner, just like, all right, man, how long are we gonna do it? You know, and she's having a blast, and it's cool. I mean, I'm not tripping, but at the same time, you kind of like the odd man out because you're like, don't nobody know you. You're so and so's husband. We don't know who you are. You know what I mean? It's like
all the husbands.
You're there, but you know. And in that sense, it was actually just really more women than anything. I think maybe like one or two husbands was there, but then that vibe wasn't quite there either. So I was kind of like, all right, man, let me just eat some of these. Drink a little holiday punch and just, you know, kick it on the corner. So maybe, well, okay, let's flip it a little bit. So do you think it just actually might be better suited because it might be more awkward for you to not go? Just like, all right, well, just go ahead. It's up to you, basically. Like, you can go or not go. But I probably wouldn't go because it might be awkward. Like, do you see it that way at all? Or you like, nah, I got to be in there too. Because if you there, I got to be there.
I'll just say for me.
Yeah, for you.
If you said, I'm going to this holiday party, I'm going to.
You going
I don't care if I know anybody.
Right.
I'm going.
But you're a social butterfly, though.
Right.
So you're gonna be known by the time. About 20 minutes in, they be like, "Oh, that's Chris's wife." Because you're gonna smile like that, you're gonna laugh like that, you're gonna pick up a conversation like me being more extroverted introvert. Anyway, well, I'm not gonna be if I don't know nobody in there.
Right.
I'm gonna kind of just be to myself a little bit. Well, it could be more of a thing where your personality may, but nonetheless, what do y'all think?
No,
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but I want to go to your job event and then no, because you'd be kikiing and stuff. And I'd just be sitting there, looking at my watch.
No, right. So I think personality has a role, knowing your significant other as well, knowing your spouse. So I know her. She's very, very introverted, and she's not going to small talk nobody. So would I want to put her in that uncomfortable position where she is having to be forced to do that, where she'd rather Netflix, you know, and binge,
right?
And she's content with that,
right?
And if I say I'm gonna go out, you know, I'll be back in 2 hours. I don't think she'll trip into something like that. So I think in that situation, like last week, she had a company event. And, you know, she brought me, but the other women there brought their husbands as well. But, I mean, we were all kind of at the table, but I wasn't, like, building no serious conversation with these dudes. You know what I mean? Right. But I was there because she wanted me to come.
Right.
I'm the type of dude, I want you to want me to come. But if you don't care if I come or not, then I'm not. I want you to say, no, but I want you to come. Get up, let's get together. But if you don't ask me, I don't trip on it. You know? But
now you said something very interesting that I think kind of leads into a deeper type of conversation, which I like. I like it. Because I, too, as a man, understand that frame of mind where it's not just so much would I want to do something or not want to do something. Do you want me to do this thing? Right? And is the desire for me to do this thing something that I can pick up on? Or do you want me to, by osmosis, just understand you want me to be there? Like, is it being communicated to me? Like, not only do I want you to be there, I'm going to let you know I want you to be there. Like, I do understand that, you know. So from a woman's perspective, what's you guys' take on that? Like, does it take us communicating that we want you to be involved with something for you to be like, I'm coming too? Or, like, it doesn't matter. If you're going, I'm in there with you.
I'm going.
I know you was going to say that. I know you. I knew you was going to say that. So how about you? What do you think?
I think it depends on the event. Who all's going to be there. And then I think it's nice just to have, because you'll joke with me. I'll be like, do you want to ride with me to Target? And you'll say, well, do you want me to come?
Right.
I'm asking you, so yes, I want you to come.
Right.
But I don't know. I guess just the clear, you want it to be clear, like, let's go.
Yeah.
I need you to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm the same way. Like, if I want her to come, I'm going to say, I want you to come. You know, I don't want that to be an assumption. Like, she knows I want her to come. And I want to verbally say, I want you to come, so she understands. And the same way for me, like to her point about Target. I don't want to go to Target, but I would go if my wife want me to go. You know what I mean? I don't want to, I'm just not just going because I don't enjoy just going, walking in that aisle. But if she says, I want you to come, I'm there. Yeah. So
I mean,
that's the part is the want.
You want me
so when I
want her to want me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When
like
I say,
Marvin
do you
said.
want to come?
That's what I was thinking.
Like Marvin.
Then the answer should be yes.
Y'all know me.
I want to come.
Don't act like you.
And so, Tia, say that one more time. You said.
So when I ask you, do you want to come?
Mm-hmm.
Then the answer should be, yeah, baby, I want to come.
But what if I no, because that's not a clear. So that's what I have to do.
That is clear.
That's what I have to do because she didn't necessarily say. So she asked me what my thought is on the scenario.
So then I'll
she didn't say,
honey,
hey,
I want you to come with me.
Oh, because if I don't, at that point, I'm a jerk if I don't go. Because she said flat out, hey, I want you to be there with me. It doesn't matter how boring of a task we're about to get into.
I want you
or
there.
what you don't like about what I'm about to do. I want you to be there with me, no matter what it is. That is hard for me to say no to. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. If she says it the way she said it before, though,
hey, honey, do you want to come with me?
I may not want to come. I may not want to do Target. I may not want to do Publix. I may not want to do none of the above. I might want to do what I was doing. You know what I mean? But she knows she wants me to be with her, right? Matter of fact, this happened not too long ago. You went to the store for something, came back frustrated with me because I didn't come with you. And I was like, but you didn't say you wanted me to come with you.
But do you know what? When you say...
Come on. Get it out. I need to know. Come on.
But when you say...
What'd I say?
You want to come to the store with me real quick? I'll say, sure. I might.
But you can say no. I said when. I said, do you want to?
But I know you want me to because if you didn't want me to, you wouldn't ask me.
Okay. Duly noted. Duly noted. That's a good one. Oh yeah, thunder punch. I mean, but here's the thing, and so we had a conversation a couple of weeks ago about a different situation, but I did explain the trouble with implying things and not just saying things because I could miss it, and it was a certain situation I was just missing it all together. I was just. And we just had to have a conversation. I was like, man, tell me about this thing. Like, what's up with you and this thing? Well, I thought you should pick up. I said, I don't know. No. Don't think I'm going to pick up. But again, everybody's communication is different. But I needed her to be straightforward and say, hey, this is what you're wanting to do. Now, I'm not assuming anybody thinks the way I think. How likely are you to pick up on something implied or just something said straightforward? You need it implied or you got to get it straightforward. Tell me straight up.
I want it straightforward. Don't give me no riddle. Don't give me nothing I have to figure out your intentions. No, just come out and tell me straight up.
See, I can go either way. I prefer a direct sometimes, but I can read between lines.
Man.
I don't have no choice because everything's always direct.
Say, bros don't beat around no bush. Bros, hey, listen.
Straight shooter, you know what I mean?
So I'm going to the store. I'm gonna need you to go and come with me to the store. Right. Yeah. But now let me ask you this question: when somebody is direct, because I remember we used to have conversations about this too. Is there a particular tone you need the directness in?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Because I'm sensitive.
You're right. Don't hurt my feelings.
No, they sensitive, Sean. I was like, oh no.
Your volume down here.
Take some of that treble. Take some of the treble out. I only got one octave, you know what I mean? Whether I'm excited or not, you're going to get this, you know? So I try to be conscious of how I say things because I know how she is, but I don't do it intentionally to try to, you know, but quit trying to change me, Gina. That's what comes to mind. Quit trying to change me, Gina.
Quit trying to change me. So my wife does this thing now where if my tone, so she corrects me silently. So if my tone gets out of something, if it's too much, she just stop talking. And my thing is, she knows I'm a bother until we get to the bottom of it. So even on the way over here, and so I'll give you what happened. So the GPS was acting crazy, right? And it was trying to send me somewhere crazy. And she's doing her passenger driver instructing thing on the side.
Just call him.
So here's the thing. I'm trying to call Sean. Right? I'm trying to call Sean. The GPS says, hey, you got to make the right next turn. I'm juggling. And she's over there talking about what I should be doing. And I'm like, well, hold on a second. I just said like that. I said, well, hold on a second. I said, it's a high pressure situation. I said like that. I said, it's a high pressure situation. Give me a second. It took 10 minutes, maybe 12. Quiet as a church mouse. Sitting, head ducked in the back, lips poked out.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, it was. You didn't see you. You didn't see you though.
Quiet.
And I said, so we beefing now? We at odds? I said, we beefing? We at odds? We not good?
And what I say?
I said, no, we're okay. But your face wasn't okay. So what I'm saying is, here's what I'm saying. When your tone does get out of range for her comfortability, what is her mechanism? Does she get quiet too? Is it a beef? Do you engage with verbal sparring? How do y'all work through that is what I'm asking.
I tend to shut down.
Yeah.
It depends on the day. I might get bold and say a couple of things, but then I'm just like, I'm not going to win, so I'll just be quiet. I don't have time.
She be quiet, but when I leave, she be talking again. She be talking again. But no, she shut down at times, and that's just part of our communication style. Like for me, I'm
miscommunication.
Well, miscommunication, yeah. That's even no matter how escalated the situation is, let's continue to talk. When we stop talking, I think that's when you give ground to to the enemy to come in.
He just told me to be quiet.
Right.
Well, I was just listening.
I'm saying for the moment. I didn't say for the rest of the ride.
Right.
No, I was just waiting until you gathered yourself.
Now, I will say this, and she's gotten better.
I'm an overthinker too. So sometimes if you just I need a second to try to figure out, strategize, like how can I even respond?
Right.
So that's sometimes what the shutdown is. I don't even know where to start.
I give her so much.
Throw it. Jab.
I keep going. And that's me. And I know, we have to learn. Because again, 17 years.
17
years, right? 17 years.
17 years.
Next week, 17 years.
17 years next week.
But still like learning each other. But she's gotten better, and I've gotten better, I think, in terms of how we communicate. Because she was shut down, but her shutdown won't be for a minute. Her shutdown would include days. Yeah. When she goes into a silent mode, and it's been 2 days and you still mad about something, that's when it makes me even more frustrated and upset, because I'm like, we didn't move past that and you still holding on to an event that already passed.
You moved past it.
I've moved past it. She hasn't. And so I had to learn, like, we handle things differently. And so coping with that, and she's gotten better with that because she know that's the worst thing she can do to me is to shut down and not speak to me. I'll give you 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. I'll give you 3 hours. But if I wake up the next morning and I want to talk to you, or I'm smiling and you still mean mugging, you know what I mean? You still. All right, man.
What up, Chief? What up, Chief?
No, straight up. She give me a head nod. I'm like,
what up, Chief?
She still.
Ain't feeling like that right now. What up, Chief?
You know what I'm saying? And so it's just. That's the worst thing you could do to a talker is to not talk back. You know? And so that's like my kryptonite. You know what I mean? It just puts me in a very not good place because I'm like, you my only friend in this house, and you ain't gonna talk.
You gotta talk to me.
Come on, man. Don't do me like that.
Interaction.
Yeah. So yeah, but I mean, we got better.
Talk correctly.
Right.
But here's the kudos I give you guys, because us coming up on 20 years of marriage, being together 22, you being 17 next week. Regardless of whatever the issue was, you found a way to get through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Come back.
Yeah. Well, but here's the thing.
A couple days.
Nowadays, not everybody can say that. So first of all, like I said, we got to give them kudos. 17 years.
Yes.
That's big. Now, how long were you dating before you got married?
Year and a half.
Yeah,
that's about right.
Yeah.
You know that leads to a whole other podcast. We're not gonna get into that because we do tend to get brothers in trouble a lot of times. I don't necessarily want to do that, but the truth of the matter is, we do know if we're gonna settle down with you. But I ain't gonna go no further into that. I think so. You know.
Yeah, I mean, first day, that was an instant like.
It's the one.
I knew it. And then she confirmed it. Probably the day after, maybe 2 days. She came back around. And then that was it. I knew it, that confirmation, but I did throw it out there and then see what she was gonna do with it. She picked it up, and yeah, we've been together ever since.
Now that's sweet. Now would the 3-year married you have the same understanding about the Christmas party as a 17-year-old you? I mean 17-year married you?
No,
not at all.
No, I was 20, 22, 23.
I'm up in there. I'm up in there. Or you ain't going.
Oh yeah. It wasn't no. I'll see you later tonight. Nah. But again, I mean, like 40, so it's like life is different. You know what I mean? Like we see things differently. We see, so many different things differently than we did when we were younger, and so we both grew up together essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like we was entering our adulthood when we got together, and now. Years later, you know what I mean? We're middle aged.
Right.
So, I mean, that's what it is, you know? But that's the evolution of a relationship, of being married, man. It's not always easy. It's not always rainbows and butterflies, you know? It's a choice. You have to choose to love that person, and that's one of the beauties of marriage, because despite their failures, their shortcomings, their idiosyncrasies, I still choose to love all of that, and so that's the biggest part, that we've learned on this journey is the choice to love. And so that's been a big thing.
That's great. That's great. Well, listen, I mean, that right there, that sums it all up. I say before we shut it down, ministers, would you like to go ahead and the brother laid it all out. Do you have anything to add to the 17 years in?
I agree with what he said. It's a journey. I don't think anyone going into marriage knows what to expect. Even if you do premarital counseling, like it's too much. Each person brings their own stuff.
Right.
Right.
So you got whatever your family dynamic was growing up. They're bringing theirs. You got these unrealistic expectations.
Yep.
And then you got outside people saying this is what you should do, this is how it should be. And you try to bring that together in a big mess and try to make it work.
But y'all have 17 years.
But honestly,
you know something.
Only because I think God's grace, literally, because we didn't know what we were doing. We were 23. And then just circumstances. And I think it's so hard too because the enemy literally hates marriage. So like you just get thrown so many things back to back to back. And you're like, what in the world? Like I'm trying to do right. So I would say it's not easy, but it's worth it.
Yes.
So
definitely worth it.
Pushing on.
Yeah,
definitely worth it. Well, Elvis, do you have anything in closing you'd like to add to this powerful, amazing group, Lovecast?
Well, it was a good conversation.
Yeah.
Definitely a good conversation. And I'm excited about them celebrating 17 years and us celebrating 22 years together. 20 years married.
Yeah, 2025.
Yep, in 2025. But definitely a great journey. Excited to be on it.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what we were doing earlier.
I had no clue. And I promise you that the 3-year married me wasn't trying to hear none of that.
Nope.
And I ain't gonna lie, the 20-year married me may not be trying to hear none of that right now. Rashaun is involved, man.
Yeah,
I might not be that involved. I'm not gonna hold you. I might be a little petty. I may not go inside the crib. I might ride past. What's going on in there? Hey. But anyway, but now, listen, it's been a great show, wonderful show. And listen, I know it's been a little while, but we got a lot more coming for you going forward. This is one of the things that we wanted to do last year. We didn't really get a chance to do. Just have friends of ours join us and we have candid conversation like we do. The stuff we talk off camera is 5 times better than this, but we want to at least capture some of it, share with you guys, talk about relationships from our perspective. And again, we don't know everything, but like I like to say, 22 years, 18 and a half years, 17 married, 20 married. We do have something to bring to the conversation. So hopefully you learned something from it. You got something from it. That being said, peace.